You don't need to be scared of us. I just said something. Santa Clarita, California. The most people really know about this city is that it hosts Six Flags Magic Mountain. But what if I told you there's two haunting locations here that you most likely didn't know about? And we're going to go explore them tonight. Santa Clarita, California. The most people really know about this city is that it hosts Six Flags Magic Mountain. But what if I told you there's two haunting locations here that you most likely didn't know about? And we're going to go explore them tonight. But there's a location that caught my attention on the drive up here. Supposedly, this location is haunted, and that would be the old spaghetti factory located in Duarte, California, that's right behind me. According to hauntedplaces.org, this building used to house a small schoolroom in the 1900s. To this day, employees at the old spaghetti factory report hearing the sounds of children laughing or playing around in the bathroom. A majority of people online seem to believe that this place is in fact haunted, even having accompanying video evidence to support these claims.
I can feel the evil presence, but one dim light away. Oh shit. Fuck, I'm out of here.
Now, besides a few rumors online about the former principal of the school hanging himself, I couldn't find any well-documented or publicized event about any well-known tragedy or odd event occurring at this specific chain restaurant location. However, that has not stopped the claims made by staff of dishes being knocked down to the ground and breaking with no one around to do the act, as well as hearing strange noises in the bathroom.
If there are any ghosts in here, please give me a sign. That was me. If there are any ghosts in here, please give me a sign. I guess this bathroom isn't haunted then.
Now, after filling up on some haunted grub, we're here at the next haunted location, and that's the ghost town of Mentryville, located in Santa Clarita, California, right behind me. Mentryville struck gold in the 1870s. Well, not literally, they struck oil. So what happened to be a small little piece of land turned into a giant oil-driven community overnight. Mentryville was the first successful oil well in all of California. Mentryville wasn't just for oilers, though. It was meant to be a city for families. You see, although small, the town had great infrastructure. There were schools, a bakery, a lodging house, and gas-lit street lamps. They also were completely against the use of alcohol and swearing, holding very tight Puritan values. Unfortunately, the story of how Mentryville became a ghost town isn't as interesting. The town essentially became bankrupt by the 1930s due to the depletion of the oil reserves and lack of leadership after the city's founder, Charles Mentry, had passed away at the turn of the century. Present day, the town operates as a park where people can hike from the town to the actual oil reserves. The town has also been used for filming of movies and television series such as The Color Purple, The X-Files, Murder, She Wrote, and Ghost Adventures.
Hey Jack, who were you touching earlier? What was her name? Your mom?
Is this spirit being a smartass by saying that it was touching my mom?
Now, jokes aside, there are reports of the former founder of the town haunting it to this day. But that's not all. You see, working on the reserves was very dangerous work, so with that being said, there were a lot of work-related fatalities, so there could be workers still haunting the town to this day as well. But today, we'll be seeing if this ghost town really has any ghosts. Right here is actually the house where the former owner of Mentryville lived. Also, this is where they filmed the Ghost Adventures episode that was here at Mentryville. So right here, you can see we have some of the original buildings that were probably initially part of the ghost town. If there are any spirits here, give us a sign. We don't think this place is haunted at all, and we don't think there are any spirits here. So please feel free to prove us wrong, unless you're too much of cowards to do so. Like I said, this is the original owner house. See, there's a little hole in the crawl space over here. It's a little creepy. Okay, so unfortunately, we were very I don't know how to really describe. We were basically forced out of the place. The guy drove up to where we parked the car. He seen that my car was parked in there. He did a U-turn and burned out as fast as he could to the little station house thing they have. We seen that. I ran back to the car. I drove out, and then we were outside of the parameters of the area parking the car, kind of discussing on what we should do. The same truck like is hauling ass up to where like the little parking spot we were outside of the actual park, and then he does a super wide sharp U-turn and then tries to pull up to like next to our car, and then I just like skirted off. So that's probably gonna be the last of that place, unfortunately. It kind of sucks because I wanted to do a whole spirit box session there, but on to the next place. In all the investigations I've done so far, I don't think I've been somewhere that has as high of a death toll as where we're standing right now. If there's a paranormal hotspot in all of Southern California, it's here, at the St. Francis Dam, where in 1928, at least 435 people died in Santa Clarita, California. The St. Francis Dam was located in San Francisquito Canyon, tucked away in the mountains of northern Los Angeles County. The dam was built as a safety measure in case anything happened to the Los Angeles Aqueduct, which was the primary supplier of water for Los Angeles. The lead supervisor of the project, William Mulholland, found the canyon to be the ideal location for the dam for how much water it'd be able to store in its proximity to the aqueduct. However, problems would sneak up during the construction of the dam, as there were questions regarding the foundation of where the dam was being constructed. Now, by all accounts, apparently Mulholland was a genius, as he'd done work previously on the aqueduct and was renowned for his engineering skills. However, I'd beg to differ, considering he decided it was a good idea to build the dam on a fault, whether it be inactive or not. But I wasn't the only one. Mulholland himself had concerns over the geological stability of the area, but after talks of purchasing land in other areas near Los Angeles County stalled and the population of Los Angeles increased, Mulholland gave the green light for the dam's construction. The dam finished its construction in 1926, but problems happened immediately. 2 months prior to the dam's completion, cracks had begun to form from the existing water in the reservoir. And these cracks weren't small baby ones. Apparently, one of them measured 58 feet in length. Mulholland and his assistant inspected the cracks themselves, but deemed them to be acceptable and well within what they'd expect. Okay, I'm gonna break the narration here. So is this normal? You're making a dam, and you see a crack the size of a yacht, and are like, I was expecting that. Not too bad. Like, yeah, no, I'm not believing that at all. Over the next 2 years, more cracks and seepage were found at various sections of the dam, continuing to be neglected for the most part as the dam held more and more water. Even 5 days before the inevitable failure of the dam, Mulholland was inspecting a particularly large crack that was affecting the dam's foundation, but stated that the problem could be dealt with in the future. On March 12, 1928, the dam would break, resulting in what was basically a tsunami, flooding through the canyon as 12.4 billion gallons of water was released. The initial wave was reported to be around 140 feet tall, as the first victims were that of a nearby family who was thought to have been inspecting the dam after hearing noises coming from it. The waters continued rushing through the canyon at a speed of 18 miles per hour before hitting power plant number 2 and taking the lives of 64 total workers and their family members. The flood continued its rampage, killing another 84 construction workers who were working on a project at the Ventura-Los Angeles County line. The dam's path of destruction would not be swelled, as it ultimately took the lives and homes of residents in parts of Fillmore, Bardesdale, and San Paulo, spitting bodies and debris all the way into the Pacific Ocean. And that's what led to me being here today. As you see, a lot of the dam was actually moved and taken out completely because adventurers and thrill seekers came to visit the dam, but then a year later, someone was messing around on the dam and unfortunately fell to his death. Yeah, what dumbass would come to see this, right? So, as you guys can see, we're actually here at power plant number 2. This is where 64 people died. Workers and family members lost their lives. So, pretty haunting energy here. I think that's a lot of death. Oh, there's actually a memorial right here. It looks like dedicated to all the people who lost their lives. Kind of hard to see because of the fencing. Sorry. Let me see if I can zoom in for you guys real quick. So it looks like this is the memorial, and then this here, I don't know why they put it behind a fence. That doesn't make a lot of sense. It's pretty hard to read, but it's basically describing what happened with the dam disaster. So it looks like the building is still active, which is pretty interesting. I could see a lot of the lights on. It looks like there are cars parked in the facility and stuff, but it doesn't hurt to do a paranormal thing here. So with that being said, we know that 63 people unfortunately lost their lives here. If you could please give us a sign that there are any spirits or any type of spiritual presence here, we'd appreciate it. If there are any spirits here, please make your presence known. Whoa. I thought I just saw like an orb or something. How does it feel knowing that after all of your hard work that you put into the dam, you were then disappointed by the person who decided it was a good idea to construct the dam here, even though against the advice of numerous staff members and obvious signs of cracking and bad infrastructure? How does it feel that you and all of your families unfortunately died in your sleep? Please just give us a sign to show that you're here. So we got to the dam site and it looks like someone's down there shooting a gun or something. We just heard like the loudest bang ever. And it looked like it just happened again, like a flash of white light happened. Alright guys, so yeah, sorry to disappoint you. I wanted to go to the memorial and do like a whole thing there with the spirit box, but we're just gonna go back to where we were earlier at the hydro plant, since that's where all the people died anyway, because that guy was just shooting off a gun like crazy. I tried to get it on video, but he took like a really long pause, and I was like, I feel like I'm gonna get shot in the face. So we got out of there, and yeah, it was just sketchy all around, because I don't know who comes to this place on a Thursday night at 10 p.m. and is shooting a gun off where like a bunch of people died from a dam, like at a memorial. Alright guys, so here I actually have a spirit box. Some of you were requesting me to get it. I don't know, I'm kind of skeptical on how well it'll work, but like I said, if there is a paranormal place, I feel like it'd be here, considering 450 people died. I'm gonna start it right now. Are there any spirits here? We know that you guys died in the very big dam disaster. How does that make you feel? The last experience he probably was being engulfed in a giant body of water. Alright, well, as my brother was doing the spirit box, I heard a loud footstep behind me as I'm leaning against the car right over here by the back tire, and I gotta be honest, I'm not here for all the ghost stories and everything else. I was pretty fucking scared. Alright, well, as you can see, maybe we did get some type of response, but on the spirit box. We're gonna try again here. I'll ask maybe some other questions. So the nice thing about this spirit box as well is that it actually has a temperature reader right there at the top. As you can see, it's 68 degrees Fahrenheit. But because it has a temperature reader, we can note any changes. As you can see right there, it just dropped to 67. So I'm gonna do this to where I'm resetting the temperature meter. It should go to 0, and we'll be able to see if there's any changes, like a spike, because that would indicate that there is some type of maybe presence or something that could cause a major change in temperature. Okay, I'm changing it to AM now. Maybe that will get a better response. I'm gonna set it into reverse as well this time instead of forward. See if we get something. I'm standing over by where my brother said he heard a footstep behind us. Is there anyone standing over here? You trying to communicate with us at all? If there's anyone here, please give us a sign. We just want to talk with you. You don't need to be scared of us. They just said something. It sounded like you were trying to talk to us. What do you want to say? I don't know what it just said. So you do want to talk to us? Is that what you're saying? I just got really okay, maybe I'm freaking out, but it's getting colder over here too, it feels like. It doesn't look like it's changing much on the thermometer, but maybe it's in my head. Well, if you want to talk to us, what do you want to say? Are you upset about what happened? I'm sure it was very hard dealing with the disaster while you were with all of your families. Were you scared when it happened? Are my questions upsetting you? I'm not sure what it said, but it sounds like we just got another response there. Do you want us to leave? Please give me a clear answer. We can leave if you want. When we first had gotten to that place, we decided to set back on and reside at after everything that went down at the other spot that we were actually originally supposed to go to. When we had done the first few videos and pictures and everything we wanted to get out of that place, and we were supposed to go out of that place, I had gotten a 3rd degree like sunburn on my foot for a trip I went to. And it's been a good while now.
it's pretty much fully healed. But that cut that is fully healed was a very big cut. Because fully healed, it was burning, red hot burning, to where it felt like my foot was on fire. I didn't say anything about it to my brother because I didn't want to oversell it and just do more because I thought I was tripping or this and that. I wasn't a super firm believer before coming here. I am a complete believer now. If I get home, my foot is messed up, I'm a freak out.